Mr. Jim Moran. Honorable Congressman, you're welcome to the platform.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. It is a delight to be with you and your colleagues and representatives of the Ambazonian people. I am delighted, honored to be able to play some supportive role in Ambazonia's efforts to free itself from the repression that you are currently experiencing, the leadership of Cameroon that is not representing your interests, and to help bring you to a place where the people you represent can have their own governance, have the ability to speak their own language, to be taught in their own language and culture, and hopefully deliver that result with a minimum of bloodshed and conflict. We all share values, I believe, and those values include peace, respect for human rights, and individual dignity and fair representation. Now, someone who I'm very proud and happy to work with is the gentleman that has introduced me to Ambazonia and its issues, and that's Mr. Elias. Elias is well known in Washington. He's well connected, particularly with people in the State Department and on Capitol Hill. And Elias is my partner, and at this point I would like to turn it over and introduce you to Mr. Gersoulis. But I appreciate your recognition and the opportunity to address you and those folks that are on this call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congressman Moran, thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President. It's an honor to address you and through you, the people of Ambazonia today. This is a great honor for us. We've had the opportunity to represent other pro-democracy and independence movements in the continent of Africa, in particular, as you're aware of, the Biafra Public Government in Exile, which is advocating for the freedom for the people of Biafra, which is an independence movement, and also the Eritrean Government in Exile, which is not an independence movement, given that Eritrea is an independent country, but a pro-democracy movement to liberate the country from a 30-year dictatorship. In the case of Ambazonia, you have both a desire for independence, to have your own country where you can govern yourselves, where you can, as Mr. Moran so rightly said, speak your own language, practice your own culture, but also liberation from one of the worst dictatorships in Africa, in the Biya authoritarian regime, which is ruled La République du Cameroun for decades and has brutally oppressed both the people of Ambazonia and of broader Cameroon in one of the worst anti-Anglophone dictatorships that we've ever seen. And I think you will have, in both myself and Congressman Moran, not just your lobbyists in Washington, but people who are fellow comrades, people who care about your cause, people who understand your issues, and people who will represent you in terms of a broader goal. I think Ambazonia and other movements in Africa, you are the new hopes of Africa in the 21st century. We had in the 1960s independence movements in Africa, which the U.S. supported because the U.S. understood, especially with President John F. Kennedy, that it was the right thing for the United States to help liberate Africa from European colonialism, and also in the strategic interests of the United States. And I think in the 21st century, You, Mr. Vice President, the other leaders represent the new independence leaders of Africa in the 21st century to this time liberate Africa, not necessarily from colonialism, but neocolonialism. And we will be happy to work with you to achieve what I think is both a moral imperative, but also strategic imperative for the United States. This is both the right thing to do for the U.S. to support Ambazonia, but also in our own strategic interests as well. So this is a win-win situation. We look forward to establishing a close relationship between the United States and Ambazonia. And once we have full understanding and support of the U.S. government, I believe we will have a free and independent Ambazonia because, as I've said publicly before, where the U.S. leads, others follow, right? So I do believe once the U.S. throws its weight behind Ambazonia, and I think we could significantly expedite that process by our direct contacts with the Congress, with the administration, with the think tank community here in Washington, that we can make very significant progress in a short period of time and move towards what we want to achieve, which is a free and independent Ambazonia. So the people of Ambazonia should know that we're with them, that we're their voice in Washington, and we're their fellow comrades. So I want to thank you and say what a delight and an honor it is to be involved in your cause.
Thank you so much. Thank you.